Hello everyone, I am Manish, and today we are going to do another session of our Python series, and we will be looking at a very important topic of variables. And those who are new here, I would like to tell them that this series is little bit different because I am also in my learning phase and simultaneously I am teaching. So you will be looking at the learner's perspective here, and you will be also able to learn that how actually uh, I am executing the code and understanding the code and how I am doing all those things. So, welcome everyone, and let's start our session. Okay, so right now you can see my Visual Studio Code is open, but I would like to tell you about this GitHub profile of myself. I usually update everything here, and it is for you all guys also and for myself also. I use it for tracking, and here you will be getting each and every code. I will also put the link in the description for you guys. So this is the code, and let's start. But I will teach you with my Visual Studio Code where I just completed the learning part, and right now I'm recording the video for getting the better understanding, and as well as to show you that you are not only alone in this roadmap. I am also hustling and figuring out that how to learn all these concepts without forgetting and remembering it for long term. Okay, so let's see. So now we are understanding what is variable. Okay, before going to anything, just we should just see about that what actually is variable. Sorry, so variable is, you can for a real life example, if we take that, it can be, it is like a container. Okay, so and what anything which you put inside the container is the assigned value. And let's say you name the container anything, let's say you name the container paint. Okay, or you name the container color, and you put inside a green color, then the container have assigned value of green, right? And further you change from green to red, so now the assigned value is updated and it's red. Okay, so we will be looking at just by using just by coding it, and we will understand that how things are implemented and executed, right? So let's see. So what is variable? A variable is a container for storing data values. In terms of Python, we are right now talking that a variable is about we are naming a container which is a variable and storing a value. Okay, so there is a container and we are naming it. Naming it, it makes the variable part, and the value which we assigned it, it's a value related to that variable. Okay, and the use case, we if we talk about, or why actually we create variable, because it makes our if it makes our thing like coding purpose very much easier. If we have to use that value in different parts of the code, then we will be using that variable. Okay, so we will be seeing later that what are the actual use case of the variable. I will tell you later. First see the basic syntax of creating a variable. Okay, so here I have taken an example that I have explained you that how what is container, that box filled with some data and we can use it later. So I have explained you that there is a container, you have assigned some value, and you can use that container in various part of your code. Okay, so what is the basic syntax, which is, let's say there is a name equals to string value which I have given Manish. Okay, which is my name. Okay, my name is Manish. So name equals to double quote Manish. So now name is the variable. Okay, name is the variable, and it's a kind of a container. We have named it name. Okay, and in the container there is Manish. Okay, so you are getting a clear understanding about this. Now we have to print this. So uh, in our previous lecture we have seen the use case of print function, and I will be also I will also be doing a quick revision of the previous class. I will just write just want to tell you that also before going to some another concept, please do some quick active recall in your own mind. You don't have to just go on the very specific parts. Just give it a quick recall. Like myself, what I will do that I will use that. Okay, print is a in the previous class we read about built-in functions. We read about external functions which comes under different libraries. We also talked about pandas and numpy. Then we have seen the user defined function, right? And then we have also seen the escaping specific character special characters using backslash. Okay, we have seen all these things. Then we have what we have seen about this. So I am able to remember all those things, and you should also just remember all those things. Okay, so I think I am forgetting something. I have talked about the backslash for escaping characters, and in the backslash we talked about four things. That first we use a single backslash to skip the special character. Then double backslash, we talked about that there was a unicode error which you have seen, then you will be understanding. Then also we have seen uh, backslash new line, backslash tab, we have seen. I think we have seen these all things. If I'm and I don't think, if I'm maybe, I think I'm just forgetting something. Let's see. I will just quickly open my GitHub and just we will see that uh, am I forgetting anything. Let's go to the print function. Okay, and I will zoom it here. Okay, we have seen this, we talked about this, we talked about special character, we talked about everything. Okay, yes, one thing I was forgetting about the use case of print function. Other than that, we have talked about everything and about the triple quote. Okay, triple quote. So I was trying to explain you that this is the way of study, right? We have completed the lecture. That doesn't mean that okay, we are done. You have to do a quick revision, and this will make you a master of Python. Okay, and I believe that following following this strategy and following this way of learning makes a you master of every subject. So right now we have done the quick revision, and we also recognize that what were the pitfalls of the print function which we were not able to remember. First was the triple quote, that now you can remember that why triple quote was used, and I would like you to just comment it out that why triple quote were used, and also about the use case that it print function is for print function is used for debugging, and it is used to give outputs to the user. It's best for communicating to the users, right? So now we have done the complete quick revision of previous class. And how much time it take? Like it's more less than 5 minutes. Okay, so you have to build that habit. Just before going to any another concept, do a quick revision as well. Okay, so now we were at variable, and I have explained you about what is actual meaning of variable. Variable is a container, and we what we do with container, we assign some value. And variable is just like a name. We are naming some container and assigning a value. So right now, where there is a assigned value Manish, here we can see in our code. I will zoom it for you guys. Okay, control, wait, just give me a second. Control, okay, minus, little bit less. Okay, so now you can see that what is the syntax, that name is equals to double quote Manish, right? So this is a way to assign some variable. Name is the name is the container name, and in the container we have Manish, right? Now we have to use print function. So we will print this. Before printing it, I would like to comment out every other thing which I have to tell you guys, because it will create a kind of confusion. Okay, so I will comment out. Actually, I have to do this before class, but right now I'm studying as well as teaching, so little bit of compromise, but I will try to do my best in the next lecture. And as in the previous lecture I told you that if in some places I will also give the expected output so that we can do a quick check, okay, and compare it with. So expected it output is like just like a quick check which we are doing before running the code, right? So now we are good to go. Let's see, control R. Let me clear this, clear now again, control R. So okay, so we are saying that Manish name is printed. So we have seen, now you don't have to use this Manish to print out. You are using variable. You can see you are using name variable. So let's understand very in a simple way that how Python is executing this thing. Okay, so we have used a variable name and assigned a value Manish to that. Okay, now if we are calling out using print function that print this name, so now Python will do that. Python will find this variable name and then find out the stored value according to this container, according to this variable, and then it will be printing. So I have also written it that it will how the code is executed behind, and once we print this name, and then the Python will look for the value assigned to the variable printed. So Python will find the variable and then print the value assigned to it. So we have understand the basic syntax and how to print the variable. Now we will be looking at how to update the variable. Now updation is very simple, that previously we used name as a Manish. Okay, now we will be changing the name and then we will be looking at, okay, and also we will be understanding that how the updation happen in the background, okay, just behind the code. So we updated it. Now we updated the name with Bara, and I have told you that he is a very good person. On he has a YouTube channel, and I'm learning using his channel, which is data with Bara. And now you have to, now we are printing the name again. So previously it was Manish, now I updated with Bara and printing the name. So in the background what happens, the container with the variable name, which is name was now reassigned. Previously it was Manish, now it is Bara. Okay, so names get updated just after this process. Okay, you did. Now we will be looking at both the things, because you, as we know that Python execute code line by line. Okay, so previously, so now Python will execute, and let's do a quick check before running it, that for in this we will be seeing the output Manish, but in this print function we will be seeing output as a Bara. So first Manish will be there and then Bara. Let's see, control R. Okay, yes, so Manish and Bara, first Manish and then Bara. Okay, so it's a very simple thing, but clarity is very important in this. Okay, now we will be looking at the how we have seen assigned value as a string. That string was assigned to value and then updated with the new string. Now we will be looking at the calculation method. Okay, let's see, control this and control this. Okay, I want to comment it out the other things. Control this, control this. Oh, sorry. Sometimes it becomes little bit, but that's okay. That's not our problem. It's very easy. Okay. So now let's see. Now here in this variable a, we are assigning integer value. Okay. In previous we were assigning string value. Now, and in the next session we will be looking at data types, but as our basic understanding we know that what is string value and what is integer value. I am taking it as an assumption because these are the basics which you can learn from anywhere. I am here not for mostly teaching, I am here for just like a partner for your as a learner. Okay, you are also in learning phase, I am also in learning phase. We both will act as a partner and we will be growing together in this series, and we will become a Python master, or we will become a Python expert. Okay, so let's come here. So we are using a, here we are assigning variable a with integer value and b with 20. So now if you print this, print a, and let's, okay, so I told you that you have to remove this while learning. This is not a good practice right now. Okay, we have to write code by myself, code by ourselves. Okay, so we want, let's comment this out right now. We want to be printing this. So here we are getting the output 10 and 20. Okay, so now we have used print function to call a variable which has integer value assigned, right? Now we want to check that, okay, now we want to do updation in little bit advanced way. Okay, now we are now we are introducing a third variable, but what we are doing, we are doing calculation to assign the value. Okay, so see here, expected output is uh, sorry, here. So now what we have done, we have done a mathematical calculation here that c would be equal to a plus b. So now we are updating this, now we are giving value to c, but it is linked with the two other variables as well. Okay, so how c will be executing, c will be doing the addition, the Python will be doing the addition and then storing the value right now. Okay, so let's see, control R. So control R. So 10, 20 and 30, right? So this is, and we have also done a quick check that expected output should be 30, and we have done this, right? So this is a very simple approach of learning variables, and we will be using variable almost every time. Okay, so this is a very important concept, and I feel that things which feels easy doesn't mean that you lost some interest or you don't give that much concentration to that topic. It's, every topic is very important, and these are the basic foundation, and we will be learning it with full hearted. Okay, open. So let's say we have done this. Now there is a practice exercise that, okay, the practice exercise is little bit advanced, but I will try to explain you in a good manner. Cool. So till now what we have understand, that variable, using variable, it becomes, the updation becomes very easy. You just have to assign some new value which you are trying to assign, and the updation will be happen in the background. The Python will go to that value, go to that variable, and it will reassign the other value which you have updated right now. So, and let's say the problem where here the variable is solving, let's say you have used a variable a in many, in 100 lines of the code, and now you feel very tough that how should I change the value of every variable which we have created, or every place. So you have to do it manually in the 100 line, but now we have a variable. By just updating a variable with a different value, the 100 line becomes updated by them itself. Okay, so this is a very good use case of this, and now we are going to see this actually, that how the problem is solved, the real use case of the variable, right? So uh, in the code there is a static and dynamic part. What I have understood till now, that in the code we have static and dynamic part, something which is completely constant during when you are writing code, and there is something which changes, right? So let's say we are printing this, I am actually commenting out all these, we have understood all these. Now I'm commenting that print my name is Manish, Manish love traveling and learning Python, and also print Manish wants to become a Python expert. So I would like to tell you, just identify that what are static parts and what are dynamic part. So my name is Manish. Manish is here static, okay, and Manish love traveling and learning Python. I think here also Manish is the static part, but traveling I will love, but learning Python. Uh, Once I become expert, I would be changing this to something in different language. It can be something else. It can be Spanish also. It can be C++ also. It can be JavaScript also. Okay. So Python is dynamic. Right now, we can't do anything. It's the current state, current phase where I'm in love with learning Python. Okay. And Manish wants to become a Python expert. So after becoming Python expert, after holding a good grip on Python, I would change that thing. I can do JavaScript. I can do something else. Okay. So here I can see that the static part is Manish and the dynamic part is uh, also, we can say that Python, we were talking about, it is also a static part, right? So for static part, or for static part, I would be I want that. So here I made a mistake, and we will be looking at it again. Okay. So the problem what I felt that I want to use a variable here, okay, and I want that thing and variable we will be using where it is a dynamic situation, right? Right now the name is Manish, but name can be changed if the code is, if let's say you are using this code, okay, and your name is something different. You are not learning Python right now, you are learning JavaScript, and you want to become a uh, not a Python's expert, you want to become a JavaScript expert. Okay, so I think, so I am trying to replace the dynamic part where things can be changed using a variable, right? So now we have to change the name in our statement. So we have found the problem that okay, now we have now if you are having this code, you want that I should write my name here. I should not write Python, I should write something else. I don't want to be a Python expert. I don't I My name is not Manish. Okay, so here you want to make changes. Right now you have to make changes in these three lines, and it can be a large scale where there is 100 line of code. So you will be have to change the complete 100 lines of code, which is a tedious task, right? So here comes the use case of variable. And because I have told you I have shown you earlier also that using variable updation becomes very easy. It becomes piece of cake, and it avoids the hard coding part, which I shown you, that you have to change the dynamic part all every time, okay, which becomes tedious task. And now if you use variable at the place of Manish, at the place of language, so it is becoming more dynamic and interactive. A person came and just write that my name is this, and my I love language this. So these three line will be printed according to their requirement. And this makes the code very much interactive as well as dynamic, right? So now I've explained you a lot about this. I will also show you that what I am actually talking about. So we have created a variable name, right? We have created a variable name and a variable language. Let's see. Okay, static part count. Okay, so what I was trying to say, that we have created a variable name language, variable name, and we have stored a value Manish, and language of one variable we have stored Python. Right now you just have to change here, and the output will change. Let's say here we write um, Bara, right? So how it will change, just see. Python, yeah, control R. Okay, so you can see in my out terminal that first was Manish love traveling and learning Python. Manish wants to become Python expert, and then wait, wait, just why Manish, my name is Manish didn't print out. Okay, yeah, it's there. So these three lines was we were expecting, okay, and another three line what we were expecting, that we have entered the name Bara and language Python, and my name is Manish, and the same thing, my name is Bara. Bara loves traveling and learning Python, and Bara wants to become Python expert. So here we didn't have to change in every line. We just change here, and things become very much dynamic and interactive. Now I wanted to also show you that okay, it is good, but what if I don't want to change the variable here? I would like to take I would like to use some input from the user and change it automatically, right? Enter your language, right? Language, oh sorry, and give some space here, enter your name, and right now I will just comment this, control this, and I have explained you this also, that we will be commenting out this. Okay, let it be for comparison, no, just comment it out. So here what we are doing, you first and in the previous class we have explained, I have just shown you that built-in function, different kinds of built-in function we have, and there was also a input function. Okay, so input function is used to take inputs from the user. So right now what we were doing, that we have created the variable name and language, and we were manually just giving the uh, assigning the value. But now now you have, now if anyone will run this code, then the code will ask them that what is the name and what is your language. So enter your name, let's say let's say user name. Okay, let's say user name. Okay, enter your language JavaScript, and then say my name is username love traveling and learning JavaScript, username wants to become JavaScript. So you can see that this just by creating variable we have made the code so much dynamic, and also adding input function to that has made the code so much dynamic and interactive. Now user is giving their name in the output section, and he is getting a set of statements according to that, right? So we have made our code so much interactive using a name and using variables, right? So now let's move on to the other thing. Um Yes. So I have taught you about this. Now I will be commenting out all this. And this is the actual way of learning. Actually, I would tell you that the input function which I used here, this was completely came out of my mind, that it's a very small thing. Doesn't matter. It is a very small thing, that okay, right now I can take input from the user, and it will be making more interactive. So I was just experimenting it out, and I would like to suggest you that do this in each and every code. You just have a clear thinking that okay, can I use this, can I use this, okay, right? So you have to be very much in your learning phase, you have to be very much in such a situation where you don't feel bad about making mistakes. Okay, so now moving it from to, and there is a one more way of writing it. And again I was just explaining, I was just understanding this, that there are two different ways of writing the print. Here I found out that there are two different ways of writing this. and you will get the same thing. Let's say you Manish and language is Python. You will get the same thing. My name is Manish. Manish loves traveling and learning Python. Manish wants to become. My name is Manish, and the same thing, same thing. Okay, you get the same thing. There is just this little bit difference, but this is another way of using variables in your print function. Another way of using variable in print function. Right, you can see this also, that how I have used this. This is another way. And I have also explained you that if a code, here I have explained you one thing, that if I, here also itself we have explained this, that there the name is para control r no, control this and this, control this and this. Here I have explained you that first we assigned the name Manish and then we printed name, right? And again we are reassigning this different value of with the same variable, and we are printing it out. So what will be the expected output? First it will come Manish and the second will be Bara, right? So this actually proves, and the one very general thing about the Python, that Python executes code line by line, right? This is very important to understand the background how code is being executed. I have explained you that Python executes code line by line. And one more thing I have explained you, that Python in the background, once you create a variable and assign the value, and again if you print that variable, Python will go and search for that variable name, and then it will find the assigned value according to that, and then it will be printing. So you should be also able to just in your mind just see that what is actually happening in the background, and this will also help you in coding later. If you will be writing big logic, you will be able to understand the background also, that how the code is running. Okay, so this we have done. Till here we have done. I've shown you the another way of using variable as well. And so here uh, almost we have completed. One thing is that here also using the name with different assigning different value, and I was trying to teach that first to assign some value and then update it with another value, it will be executed line by line. So I was explaining the same thing here, which I showed you with the very beautiful simple example, right? Now now the summary of this variable is like that we have seen what all things. Okay, just try to recall it. We are ending our session here. Just try to recall it, that we created variable to, because to ease our process of updation, right? And to make our program very much dynamic as well as interactive to the users, right? And then we, what actually variable is a container name, and we are storing some value to that, and the value is stored in the memory, and it can be reused many times as much as you want. Okay, so this was a concept about variable, and hope you would be liking my session. And I want you to just be with me. We will be learning all together and growing all together. My whole motive for this video series is just to also build myself as well as to help those who are in their learning phase. And that's it. If you like this video, just like and subscribe, and I would be coming out with all these kind of video. Right now I am completely focusing on Python, and later we'll be going through another language as well. So thank you guys. Let's see in the another session, right?